Hi there, I'm Michelle and welcome to Michelle James Designs. You can follow along on my blog if you want to at michellejdesigns.com. A lot of people when they come to my blog or when they're searching on Google, they are searching for glass projects like how to chalk paint with glass, how to chalk paint on glass, how to paint on glass, how to decorate glass. I get all sorts of different questions about glass. So I like to do posts about glass that answer these questions. This time though, what I wanted to do was show you guys how to use a little bit different technique, and this is using Dollar Tree tissue paper. If you follow along with me at all, then you know I love the Dollar Tree. You know I love Dollar Tree projects, and this is one of my favorites. I actually picked up these glass vases at Dollar General. We have two new ones by us, which is really nice. And so I went into these new ones, and they have these glass vases, and you'll see the before in the video when I show you the how-to of this video. But this is how they came out, and you can't really see it from here, but they have this really fun little chicken wire design on them and a chicken. And I'm not sure if they're a candle holder, which I think they are, but they're really large. So they could be a vase if you want to, or just decor. But I'm gonna show you guys how I use this tissue paper with some Mod Podge and decorate this glass vase or candle holder. So let's get started, and I'm gonna show you guys how easy it is to decorate these glass vases. Okay, so here is my after and a close-up shot where you can see the different little chicken wire design in there. And this is the before. So the chicken wire design is raised up, and there's a little chicken in the front. And kind of side by side, here we go with the before and the after. Okay, so this is the Dollar Tree tissue that I found. I had never seen this one before, and I thought it was so cute with the little farmhouse designs on it. So I'm going to use this greenery design for this vase. So we're going to cut some strips that go from the top all the way to the bottom and slightly underneath. Actually, I like to cover the entire bottom of the jar as well. So I'm just cutting a strip that's probably about 2 inches wide, and I just eyeballed this. It doesn't have to be perfect. They do overlap each other, so you can cut thinner strips if you want to so they don't overlap. But there's a taper in this jar, so it's going to overlap at some point, and you want it to because you don't want any gaps to show between the tissue paper. So I'm just cutting a bunch of pieces this length so that I have enough to cover the whole jar. Once I have that done, I'm going to use my Mod Podge, and I just have this one. It's a furniture Mod Podge, but I just have it, so I'm using it anyway. And I believe it is a glossy. This is the brush I'm using. I love these angled brushes. And I'm just going to start by adding a generous amount of Mod Podge to the glass, just underneath the rim and all the way down. I'm doing just a section at a time, but kind of wide so that I can get the entire piece of tissue paper covered or set down on the Mod Podge. So I'm just going to grab a piece of tissue paper, line it up just underneath the rim, and place it down. I'm using more Mod Podge and brushing that on top just to lay it down so it's secure.
Once I get that one done, I'm going to make sure I have enough on the next section, overlap it a little bit, and add more Mod Podge on top. I'm just going to keep going all the way around. Now, if you get to a spot like this where it's just kind of too bunchy, you can go ahead and cut a little slit in the paper and then lay it down. It's okay if it gets a little wrinkly, but you don't want it too bunchy. That's why I keep cutting it with the scissor. And it looks like I'm going to need to cut another piece. You can overlap a little bit less to avoid that, or it's just really easy to set that aside, cut another piece of tissue paper, and then continue. And on this one, I cut off some of the bottom, off the very edge of the tissue paper there so that it wouldn't bunch up too much on the bottom. And then there we have it. It's all set. So now I'm just going to set that aside and let it dry. Here it is all dried, ready to go, and we're going to do some sanding because we want that raised design of the chicken wire to stand out. So I'm using the sandy block that I got at the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to sand a little bit here to show you how this works. You do kind of have to sand quite a bit, and it's kind of messy. It was getting all over my hands and the table. But you can see the design there starting to show through, which is, I love. That's exactly what I wanted. So I'm going to take this out to the garage and continue. And there we have it. So this one, a little bit of the tissue came apart, and that's okay. I like that distressed look, but if you don't want that, then just don't press and sand as hard as I did. But I think it turned out really cute, both of them. On one, you can see the round design of the front a little better, which I think I like better. But here they are with a little tea light in them. And these are not tea light candles. These are actually the little lights you can get at the Dollar Tree. And I just think they turned out really, really cute. So I hope you guys will try this technique using tissue paper that you find on a fun glass design. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.